Exploration in gacha games has been getting repetitive over the years. Genshin Impact has been dominating this for years, but a lot of people got bored of the open world experience. Because the open world experience in gacha games is just something that is hyped a little bit when we have a new zone, and it just gets really repetitive very fast until we got the best implementation that we could have. The best new feature in gacha gaming, which has been introduced in Wuthering Waves, the flight system. Now, flying in gacha games or open world gacha games has been implemented a little with characters in Genshin Impact, in Tower Fantasy, and I was one of the first people that did suggest this new addition or the flight addition in Wuthering Waves since the beta. Some people did disagree with this, saying that it might ruin the game, but that is where Kuro games are doing their job. They implemented this flight system and a new open world that does work with that flight system. It is not limited to a character, it does not require you to pay for anything, it is completely free with no limitations. Yes, you have some stamina bar, but it is really easy to fill it up. And as somebody who got really tired of exploration and, you know, the typical gacha exploration, I had so much fun, and I'm still having so much fun with the flight system. Why did I do this video now, since it's almost been a month since 2.0 came out? It's because I wanted to see if after all of this hype, after the initial phase of 2.0, will I still enjoy this? And yes, I'm still enjoying it. I'm still logging in and flying. I'm just exploring. If I find something, I just explore it, I just fight the mobs, and I have fun with the open world. And what Kuro Games did with Wuthering Waves here is that they made the world suitable for this feature, because the world is a little bigger than before and it's not closed up. It's made so that you can explore it in the flight mode and not just in the normal mode. So what they did is that they made a beautiful world, so whenever you use the flight mode, you're like exploring something beautiful, but at the same time you're getting rewarded with the fun exploring method, because now the game is more fast-paced. And you know, I feel like the exploration was a little overwhelming, not only in Genshin, not only in Wuthering Waves, but almost any game. Whenever they added this feature, it's just fun. It's something that you want to do instead of something that you just want to complete to 100%. No, for me, I don't care for now to 100% anything. Instead, I want to have fun with the mobility and explore, because I like what I see. I want to see it, because what they did is that they made me curious with this world. I want to see what's happening because it's fun. It's not something crazy. You just add something fun that makes you want to explore or just want to use it. You only want to fly in the game. You don't really want to explore, but by flying, you're currently also exploring, so it will make you also excited to explore the game. Instead of just using an interactive map and searching to 100% it, you are just flying and, you know, maybe putting some music and just playing the game. It's very immersive, it's very good. And this gives more depth to a game, because to be honest, I only care about the end game in these games. If there is a little cool challenge, and of course if there is a story, I will have fun, but I will not really explore as I was, because I explored a lot in Genshin and I got tired of that. But now with Wuthering Waves and what they added, it's just so good. And here's the thing, people are agreeing with this. People are now having more fun with 2.0. It's getting praised a lot, and I'm pretty sure that the flight mode is probably one of the biggest things that people will talk about, or maybe it's the main thing actually that made the game that fun. It was like a missing part of all of the equation. By just adding this, every other thing will become fun. And this is why I like Wuthering Waves and Kuro Games. They're just being creative with their game. They're adding something good. It's not like flight doesn't exist in other games if we exclude gacha games, but they know how to implement it. They knew how to make it good. Because for people who say that flight might ruin a game, that is true. It really depends on the way that you can implement it. Because a game like Tower Fantasy did implement this in a lot of characters. Yes, it wasn't free. It was tied to characters, but it was tied to a lot of characters. So it's basically, if you get a character, you're gonna get more mobility. And a good example would be the character Rubilia. This character, you just press a right click and you fly a lot. It made the exploration way better, way more fun, but it was limited to a character and it didn't give you that much control. Yes, Mavuika also had this good feature that you can fly a little in Genshin, but it's not free and it's very limiting. While in Wuthering Waves they made it free, and also you can control it the way you want, and it's so fast too, and you also can control the speed. This reminds me of the dragon flights in World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft had a flying system since forever now. All they did was just change the flight system, make it faster, make it more fun, and people liked it. Yes, some people are still choosing to use the other way because it takes less skill and you can, AFK with it. But other than that, people liked it a lot, and that's what I'm seeing in Wuthering Waves too. It's a very good system. It's a very good addition, and it can never get old. It will always be good because all they have to do now is add new regions with cool exploration, because that's what they've been adding before, but it didn't have the flight system. And not only that, even this flight system can get improved and get better and more fun whenever it gets a little old. And I am pretty sure that I'm not the only one that is experiencing something as good as this. Not only that, with adding this, they also made other features that makes you faster and have more mobility in the game, like these things that you can pick out and it makes you faster on the ground. It's all about the mobility. It's all about making everything faster, even though the world looks big. It doesn't look as big as before. So it now feels like something fun to do instead of a chore. Now, I know that I'm very late about talking about 2.0, but I'm making more videos about the game after the hype went on and, after the whole honeymoon phase with the game, especially since it looks like a second launch for the game and it really works. And, the game got way more popular, and developers really need to learn from Kuro Games and Wuthering Waves because what they did is unexpectedly so good. The game is now in its best state ever. It is now not only competing with gacha games, it is a really good free-to-play game. You just play this game and have so much fun, and for a value of a free-to-play game, you don't have to pay in the game. I'm playing the game without paying money as much because the developers are being so generous and making the game fun to be played free-to-play. I really think that if you wail in this game, you're not gonna have the best experience, to be fair. You're gonna have fun, play free-to-play, or maybe be a low spender. So yes, it's true. I always agree. It's a gacha game. It's a pay-to-win game. It's better than a lot of these games that are not even free to play and even not pay to win, okay? Let's face it, Wuthering Waves is in a very good level right now and they are still improving. They can still improve. Anyway, thank you for watching. That was the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, bye bye.